All right, got some good news. It's been a long time since I had good news. It seems the squeaky wheel does get oiled. On my last video, I was telling you how my hours have been cut down to 4 hours and then down to 0 at Walmart, which is ridiculous. I don't know how anyone can make a living off 4 hours a week or less. So I had been talking to the managers, the department manager, and even the assistant store manager about it, and they keep saying they were going to fix it, but it's been like 4 weeks and they didn't fix it. So today I have to go into work at the other job, but I went in there to tell them, and I was going to tell them, you know, point blank, look, I need at least 24 to 32 hours scheduled each week, or I will have to give priority to the other job. But I didn't even have to get that far. I went in there and they said they were working on my schedule right now. And so they have me scheduled right now between 24 to 32 hours a week for the next 2 weeks. I don't know what's going to happen after that. Hopefully they keep me consistent at roughly 32 hours. Walmart considers like 32 hours pretty much full-time. 34, I think they consider 34 hours full-time. But they want to keep everybody part-time, I think, to save money on benefits. And I think that's what's going on with a lot of employers. They don't want full-time employees. So for me, I'm just happy to have the hours. And if you know, like right now, they have next week and the week after. I can try to book the additional hours with the temp agency with Spherian. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to book with Spherian for next week because it was such short notice. Most of the shifts have been taken. So I may just go ahead and only work 32 hours next week. Spend the next day, the other 8 hours or 10 or 12 hours that it's going to take catching up on YouTube and getting my situation straightened out. I may go ahead and take advantage of that. But my hope is that they can keep me consistently working at Walmart at least 24 to 32 hours. Because if they do that, that's enough to cover the child support and give me a little bit of a breathing room. It's not a lot, but it's like, you know, like I think it's about $150, $200 a week that I have that I will earn that I can live off. I'll need that for gas, for food, for insurance, for phone bills, and everything else that I spend money on, including you know, subscriptions to like AAA Plus and Planet Fitness and things like that. So good news. If you work at a place like Walmart and stuff, you know, talk to the managers. If they don't give you enough hours, to try to work it out. But the other tip that I have is actually work hard. You know, don't complain too much. They scheduled me, and I think one of the reasons is they've had, you know, really good reviews of me from the different department managers and workers in each department. I'm actually scheduled for one position, but I've been working several different positions, even though I'm not really labeled as working that position. I go ahead and do it when they say they need help, you know, with a different department. I do it because I need the hours, and also trying to build good relations. And I do want to learn the different jobs because it just makes you a more versatile worker. And you know, I don't mind hard work, so it was nice to be able to have those people actually acknowledge that they like having me in their department and that I'm helpful over there and they want me there. Because it makes it more flexible for the manager to try to schedule me if they can't get me in my normal position, to shift me over to the second job, you know, in Walmart. And that way they can try to keep my hours at 32 hours. Hopefully they will keep me at 32 hours every week. If they do that, I'm not obviously going to be rich or anything like that, but the financial situation will be under control somewhat. And, you know, if I can keep it at about roughly 40 to 50 hours a week, I will at least have some time, maybe one day, to see my kids and catch up on YouTube and other things like that. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. Just a little tip. Be pleasant when you work. Don't complain. And try to do, you know, be flexible in what they ask you to do, because you are the ones that they are going to end up keeping or giving more hours to. Because I think they kind of feel you out to see if, you know, they'll be able to use you for what they need. Now, some people say, well, they're taking advantage of you. I'm like, no, they're trying to fill in positions that need somebody to work there. And honestly, you know, I'm willing to do pretty much probably about 99% of the jobs at Walmart. Even like if they needed me to do custodial or maintenance work, I would do that. Basically, for me, this is a job. A job is a job, and as long as they pay me for it, and can try to get the schedule straightened out, and so that I can make plans around it, schedule appointments, see my kids, I'm cool. Until next time, everyone, I want to thank you all for your encouragement, for all your prayers and your kind thoughts. For those of you who have been wishing me well and giving me advice and suggestions, it is much appreciated. I will continue to do YouTube as much as possible, but obviously working, full-time or more does cut into the time that I can upload videos. And it's not just that. If you've been watching the videos, it's not like where you have a house and you just go home and you can upload. I have to drive to a place to shower. I have to drive to another place to cook, to eat. I have to drive to another place to sleep. I have to drive to another place to do this, to do that. Even laundry, you have to drive to a laundromat. So you're talking something that you could do at the house in a few, you set it in the washer and the dryer and walk off. You can't do that when you're at the laundromat. Someone could steal your clothes. So you have to stay there for about 2-3 hours to do laundry. So those are things that people may not know or consider when they are moving into a vehicle, that things that normally don't take that long, like even cooking food to eat, could take a long time cooking in a van or living in a van. Now, I'm going to be cooking in the van again, especially rice, but I may be buying stuff like rotisserie chicken or something else that's pre-cooked to eat with rice. That way I can drive and cook and eat. And the reason you haven't been seeing cooking episodes is I still don't have the cooking stuff all hooked up. The van is still a mess. But I hope to have that straightened out by the end of this week. Until next time, everyone, stay safe, stay positive, and thank you all for your kind thoughts and well wishes. If you haven't already checked out my Patreon account, please make sure you do so. The link is on the little icon down below on the banner for YouTube there. It'll say Patreon. Click there if you want to watch some exclusive content, as well as be involved in some exclusive content. I am planning on producing Patreon-only content designed for people who truly support this channel and trying to get me back on my feet on my own terms. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all.